welcome back. Today I want to introduce to you 4 life-changing Chrome extensions, and I am absolutely obsessed with these because they have literally changed my life for the better. Make sure you stay till the end because these Chrome extensions are so good, and the best one is at the end. If you haven't liked this video yet, please go and like this video. It is just a single little tap. Done. Thank you. I adore you. This one is a super fun and cute one because you can basically change your cursor to anything you can imagine out there. Anime, animals, every single color possible, celebrities, K-pop. It's also incredibly easy to use. All you have to do is download the extension and then go and select one of these. And bam, you're done. So simple, nothing required. Instantly, your home screen is glamorized. I'm currently using this one just because it is for productivity, and I like the fact that Stoic Focus is different to the other kind of website blocking extensions. It doesn't block your website, but instead it shows you a little message. So you can customize each message that you want to display on each website. Stoicism is actually a form of philosophy that comes from ancient Greece, and there is an author called Ryan Holiday who is really famous for being a follower for Stoicism. Stoicism is a person who accepts what happens without complaining or showing emotions. This is something that I definitely need to get better at. But Ryan Holiday is someone who made Stoicism big in Silicon Valley and amongst successful people. So in my phone, I'm currently using an app called Stoic, Daily Stoic, that gives you a daily quote. And I personally really like that because I find the quotes very inspiring and motivating for me to keep working. As a designer, I really love this extension because when you block something straight away, it doesn't actually solve the problem. Or let's say we're going on YouTube, we're trying to procrastinate. There is a deeper reasoning for why you want to procrastinate. I feel like it is solving my problems from the root, and it's not just kind of giving me a painkiller. I have added a personal message whenever I go to visit YouTube. Are you procrastinating? I could be a little bit of a stalker from time to time. I have a little bit of Sherlock Holmes in me. If you meet me for coffee, and I've honestly probably already stalked your entire family, and I know what your sister had for lunch on September 21st, 2009. That's the kind of detail that I go into. So if you're like me, you might be browsing through a website and you might be curious, okay, what does this website look like 10 years ago? Aren't you curious? Maybe you're doing research and you're researching a certain topic, and maybe people change their websites to hide something. So Wayback Machine is just a very fun Chrome extension that you can use in order to see what people had been up to in the past. So if you're like me, you're constantly stalking, this Chrome extension is life-changing. All right, and for the final one, this one is my absolute favorite. I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am. In fact, it's because of this Chrome extension that I wanted to make a whole video about this. And it's bringing me so much value. I don't know if you're old like me, but there's this blog post from back in 2014 from a blog called Wait But Why. This guy has also done a TikTok that is extremely funny and so good about procrastination. Wait But Why basically wrote a blog post showing you your lifespan in months and in weeks. When I saw the weeks one, it blew my mind because honestly, every single day we're just living like there is always going to be tomorrow. But the truth is, there isn't going to always be tomorrow. We never know what will happen next. For example, like the coronavirus, that changed so many things. We realized that we were taking so many things before for granted. Seeing your lifespan in weeks shows you that how little time you have on the universe. And I absolutely love this because it just reminds me that, okay, I really need to make sure that every single week I'm living up to my full potential and that I won't have any regrets. And I've definitely had times where I had so much regret because I just didn't live my week up to full potential. When I first saw this, I was around 20 years old. I saw the blog post and I was mind blown, and I was back in college doing architecture and I went into Photoshop and made this manually by hand, drawing out every single week of my life. And back then we had access to these huge printers that, you know, people used to print out billboards and stuff, because we used to have to print out these like huge, gigantic panels for exhibition and stuff. Anyway, I used that to print out my life in weeks in this huge poster, and I stuck it back to on the back of a cardboard, and I brought it with me to New York when I began my master's program. And I was like, I'm going to change my life. And I really worked hard. And I threw away this Life in Weeks poster when I moved to LA. Of course, there are also weeks where I just do nothing but sit and eat junk food and watch Friends for the entire week. So long story short, morality basically does the exact same thing as Life in Weeks, and it allows you to count down. It even goes further to calculate how much time you might have on Earth. They predict that I will die on Wednesday, April 30th, 2087, which means I have about 65 years left in my life. So I really need to make sure I do some good things within these 65 years. And you can also select a message on your Chrome extension. So for me, I have the power to change my future, just because I know that sometimes we just get stuck on where we are at the moment and it feels like the future might not change, but in reality, that's absolutely not true. When I was in New York, I was literally living in this nunnery, church-like immigrant home. There was basically like a church inside where I was living, and we were living in these tiny little rooms with like 60 other girls. And now I'm off to moving to San Francisco in a month to like my dream apartment. Oh, right, and these are my top 4 Chrome extensions. How did you feel about them? Is there one that you like more than the other? And do you have any recommendations for me? I would love to know. Please leave them down in the comments below. And if you haven't liked this video yet, please give it a like, and please subscribe to me if you haven't yet. I would love to see you here more often, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Wait, don't go yet. If you like to work, study, chill, make sure you check out my playlist, and I have a lot more videos. If you want to check out more Chrome extensions, make sure you check out my previous Chrome extensions of the most aesthetic Chrome extensions that I found out there. All right, now truly, goodbye.